I looked them up a little bit. Turns out they are some deathcore out of Taipei, Taiwan. Haha, yeah. How the fuck are you drippy cock sneezes galactic criminal here? We've got ourselves a suggestion today coming from fellow YouTuber Andrew Beta. If you haven't been to his channel, you should fucking do that. The link will be in the description. He says he just kind of stumbled upon these guys and that they're pretty sick. I looked them up a little bit. Turns out there's some deathcore out of Taipei, Taiwan. How about that shit? Let's check out some Taiwanese deathcore emerging from the COCOON. Metal superstar with a 1, 2.
So go.
Oh boy. I'm dying. Oh man. First off, I've been sick for the past few days, so my voice is kind of fucked up. So stick with me, okay? Second, I feel these guys for me, for whatever fucking reason, maybe it was the rhythm of this thing, maybe because they were kind of speaking in a different language for some, I don't really know for sure, but they kind of felt to me like Maximum the Hormone goes fucking deathcore. You know, if you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I thought the vocals were pretty sick and fucking interesting, man. Had a nice variation to that. I always appreciate that shit. Had a nice fucking deep scream on it, which I wish I could have heard a little bit more. There were some moments in this track that I felt would have been accented really well with that deeper style of vocal, but regardless of that, dude, it had a nice fucking high-pitched scream on him too, and it was cool in the video, that break style moment when he switched up the vocals to that more higher pitched scream. He went from the black outfit to the white one. Just a really cool addition to the moment, just in the video itself. Just something really cool and interesting to look at. Also having sort of like a rap style to the vocal as well. Now, for as long as this song was, I was kind of wishing that there had been a bit of a tempo change here and there, maybe a little bit faster, maybe a slower breakdown moment, because for the most part, as cool as the rhythm was to this, the cool gent fucking rhythm, dude, it kind of got repetitive after a little while. You know, like it was like verse, chorus, verse, chorus kind of deal. There wasn't really a drastic change in there to kind of break up that pacing. I don't know. I feel like there could have been a little bit added, more of an up-tempo section. You know me, I love the speed, man. Now, sort of akin to what I'd said earlier, like sounding kind of like Maximum the Hormone. I guess that's kind of in a ways where they take like a more like American style of music, but they very much put their own take on it. Back then, the Maximum the Hormone, when I did react to them, they kind of sounded like System of a Down, but again, very much their own style and almost like a cultural element thrown on there. And this group kind of feeling like that as well. Obviously, with a different language being spoken for a lot of this track, gave it that sort of feel, but there was these kind of like, almost like digital elements going in there, like the wee kind of little accent things that just gave it a different edge. And also, like I said, him kind of like switching the costume from the black one to the white one was really cool, and I think that's a really cool gimmick. If that's what he uses on stage, I think that's a really cool looking gimmick. I have seen those style of clothes before, the really long sort of baggy, jacket thing with the skinny jeans. That's kind of like the metalcore uniform these days, but having that that sort of like baggy style of mask over his face, I think is a really cool gimmick for a lead vocalist. Some do face paint, some do masks and shit like that. I think this is one that I'd never really seen before. It could have just been one of those what do you call those, zero suits or whatever, that just covers the whole body, and it could have just been that tight to his face. But I liked the baggy style version of that. I am thinking though, as hot as it gets in just the masks, the stupid fucking masks that I wear for only a few minutes doing a karaoke video or something like that, how hot it gets in my face. I can only imagine being on stage and not being able to wear that thing for, well, at least not the whole fucking set. Then again, I don't really know. Maybe he tortures himself. Now, also, kind of like I said before, having wished there'd been, a bit of rhythm change within this thing, a few more times than they did. There were really cool fucking moments in this motherfucker, especially toward the end, dude, because, again, this song was very bass heavy. It was very fucking bass heavy, and that was even fucking more prevalent into the latter third of this fucking track, when it kind of cuts out a bit, and the bassist comes out with a cool riff, dude. They kind of just build back up to the rhythm from before. I thought that was a really, really cool fucking moment. Overall, I will say the song was enjoyable just as it was, but like I said before, if I were to have made any changes myself personally, it would have maybe been an up-tempo section in there, maybe even just a really meaty, scary sounding fucking breakdown using that deeper style of scream a little bit more, because we didn't get to hear as much of that as I would have liked. But again, a solid fucking track nonetheless. So hey, what did you dirtbags think of this shit? Do you like the deathcore from Taiwan? Let me know in the comments below. Of course, there'll be a link in the description for this video so you can go and watch it for yourself. Full screen, full audio, and get the full experience. And as always, have yourself a fantastic evening.